Out here! It's me, Shallan! Help! I'm surrounded! Please, help me. I saw you douse the fires. He showed up after the Imperials marched through. Vysetus. He's summoning more and more Daedra. He gathered those who he took the others up the hill, behind that rock outcropping. Please, save them. I'll try to make it on my own. There's no reason to stay. I'll do my best. I'd been hiding, but the fires finally forced me out of my home. I thought I'd be safe here, but it doesn't look as though any place is safe now. Yes, he's a good man. He's engaged to my daughter Milta. He was away when the Daedra appeared, and I sent a lad to find him along his usual route. If you know his name, then he's alive, it seems. We are truly blessed. Not much. He's an Imperial, but he arrived after a different group attacked us, then left. I'm sure he will kill his prisoners. Maybe feed them to his Daedra pets. I heard screams from atop the hill. He's there. Yes, he's a good...
Bless you.
My joy, my heart, Milta lives. Though who knows when I will be able to provide her and her father safe shelter. At least they both live. Milta and I will marry. We'll rebuild our homes here once the Daedra leave. And of course, Shallan will live with us. None of this would be possible without your help.
That lunatic woman. Sepp himself wouldn't step in her shadow. I'd stay off this path, lest she demand some humiliating task from you. A madwoman named Lady Laurent. She hired me in the Alikir to guide her through the desert, but this is as far as I go for her. She's already lost one of her traveling companions. I won't be the victim of her next accident. Ask her. I didn't stick around to hear her explanations. Though excuses would be a better word. Everything is somebody else's fault. Huh.
Tragedy.
Expedition is ruined. One catastrophe after another. Oh, hello. You wouldn't happen to be interested in performing a few light duties, would you? I'm in need of a temporary assistant. I'm conducting research into ancient Yokuden ruins to see what light they cast on modern Redguard society. Fascinating, but not without peril. An alchemical experiment led to my assistant becoming, incapacitated. But I hope to recover him. Oh, quite. Stibbons should recover once I reverse the process. All my supplies are at my new camp, through these ruins. We'll need to get some things here, then go to my first camp at the dig site, which, unfortunately, has been overrun by goblins. Goblins? Certainly not. I've been studying the local gargoyles. I believe they're the key to certain Yokuden myths and legends. It's my own theory. Now, I'll need you to retrieve my supplies, and then perform Stibbons' duties in his absence. My alchemical gear is at the new camp, through these ruins. You'll have to find where Stibbons set it up. Be careful with it. It's delicate. Once you've collected that, we'll move on to the old camp. Let's get on with it, shall we? Stibbons isn't going to revive himself. Yes, most satisfactory. Stibbons would have dusted them off as well, but one mustn't be choosy, must one? Now, off to our first camp at the dig site, where we'll find my man Stibbons. Shall we? I'm back, Stibbins. Glad to see you haven't run off anywhere. What a hodgepodge. How is one supposed to find anything in here? Please, pay me no mind. I didn't expect to react so strongly to seeing poor Stibbins in this state. Now, where did he put those notes? I suppose you should know the truth. Ancient inscriptions here described some unique alchemical processes, which I tried to duplicate. I fear I succeeded all too well, and Stibbins' unfortunate condition is the result. Yes, but I'm certain I can restore him if we find his, my notes. Stibbins put them in a safe place somewhere in this camp. I'm sure you can find them. You're ever so handy at that sort of thing. Julianos' little teapot. Where could they be? Oh, praise the divines! You're a lifesaver, Stibbins. Whatever your name is. At any rate, give me a moment to read these over, and I'll know what I need next. Ah, yes, now I recall how it was. Stendarr smite them, the goblins took my reagents. Would serve them right if they ate them, the wretches. That gives me an idea. I need to develop an antidote for the Yokuden Stoneflesh potion. And to be safe, I'll need to test it on other research subjects before applying it to Stibbins. So I need the original reagents back so we can use it on the goblins, of course. Once they're petrified, they'll be the test subjects for my antidote. Let's go recover my reagents from those beasts. Then I must check my note. These writings are very old indeed. How gratifying. Oh, this is a curious one. I must have missed it on my first pass. I'll have have this in an instant. Rather useful in your own way. Meritorious work. Now, according to my notes, I just need to combine the... Indeed it is. It's up to you to administer it, of course. You should probably pour it into whatever noisome slumgullion they're brewing up in those cookpots. While you're attending to that, I'll consult with our hireling guide. Oh yes, his name's Mare. He's rather a crazy old hermit, but he certainly knows his way around these old Yokuden ruins. He lives in a nearby cave overlooking the ruins. Hermit's Climb, they call it. I tried, but he refused to go near the goblins. Besides, he's quite mad. He's become entirely preoccupied with some ancient Yokuden riddle. You'll see when you meet him. Perhaps you'll be able to talk some sense into him.
Still as the stone that walks. Yes. They remember, you know. They carry their histories etched in their flesh. Hearken, Wayfarer. They were here before, rose, and they are here after. And yet some mock these lowly creatures for worshipping them. What folly! The flying stones hold the secret you seek. In their unyielding flesh that is not flesh. There are no dunes without wind. Yet, when the wind is gone, the dune remains, eh? Tongues of stone, young seeker. Tongues of stone.
You see? Quite maddening. And all I have to go on are these similarly arcane inscriptions from the ruins. The Yokuden inscriptions are mysterious. Frankly, I'm baffled by them. But Mare has dropped hints that he knows what they mean. I'm sure he could tell me what I want to know, if I could only figure out how to give him what he wants. He wants the answer to the riddle of the inscriptions. He'll tell me my answer if I'll give him his answer, or something like that. It's maddening. Stibbins would know what to do, I'm sure. He was always good at seeing what's right in front of me. They contain the key to the antidote for my Stoneflesh potion. Somehow, the gargoyles inspired the early Redguards to experiment with their own flesh and bone. If I could only understand their cryptic inscriptions, I could master their alchemy.
You have answers. Answers are more to me than water. Answers! Answers! A riddle? No. The riddle. The one these ruins whisper every night. The one that hums through the walls when the sun beats upon them. You know whereof I speak. You've read the 3 inscriptions. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? No, no. Do you think I have not thought of that? No, no. You have answers. A riddle? No. Air. Yes, that's it. The breeze. The breath of Tava. Ah, devious Sep. You wind a fateful path in this desert. Here then is your answer. Within the maw and between the teeth. The gargoyle cannot hide its mortality forever.
The tongue, of course! Arca's beard. Could anything be more disgusting than this gargoyle's tongue? Oh, one must make the best of it, I suppose. Now, how to prepare the antidote. That's why I had you dose the goblin's stew. Do pay attention. Several of them must have been petrified by now. I've prepared several versions of the antidote. I'll need you to apply it to the petrified goblins and record the results. I shall have to somehow drag Stibbons back to the other camp. It's a bother, but there's no help for it. Once you've observed the results of your trials, meet me back there with your report. That data should enable me to concoct the final antidote. Did you use all of them? I do hope you paid close attention to their effects. That's just what I was counting on. Right. Now I know how to adjust the concoction to make a working antidote. Oh, soon Stibbins... Now see here. Your lack of confidence in me is quite unjustified. I know it... Now, if my calculations are correct, they should take effect almost immediately.
Oh, by Xanathar, I have an acute throbbing in my cranium. Could this be what a hangover is like? Possibly, though I'd like to take time for a more detailed inspection. How long was I asleep? Is Lady Laurent all right? A statue? Are you jesting? No, I can see you're serious. I recall nothing. I seem to be intact, although perhaps a trifle stiff in the joints. I could certainly use a strong... That is, I believe I have a bottle of medicine that will help me.
There. See, I told you it would work. Indeed I am. I know you may not have much experience taking risks like this, but sometimes you just have to follow your instincts. Regardless, I owe you my thanks. Why, if Stibbins were stuck as a statue forever, I don't know what I'd do. I think we have accomplished quite a bit in this short time. With Stibbins rescued and our notes gathered, I think it's time we returned to civilization and compiled our conclusions. It will be a scholarly sensation.
You were the one that helped Count Ravenwatch explore the Lacrata ruins? Did you find something to stop the blood curse? We lie about like whipped dogs. Ufa drags his feet, waiting for aid. Can he not see that none comes? The Imperials hold our city. We were taken before our swords could leave the sheath. There's a traitor, my people whisper. For now, we wait. Wait for the Covenant to send help and the Imperials to tire. But you don't seem like the waiting type. I warn most against entering Hullen's stand, but you might help us in our resistance. Go to the alchemist shop in town. You'll find like-minded people there. The Imperials won't let you pass in peace, but any of their blood spilt blesses the sand.
Face. What's your business? We don't see a lot of travelers these days. You want to speak to Ufa then? Too bad no one knows where he is. Even if we did, can't say. And don't think you can try anything. I'm not just here for my good looks. And Yara is more than capable herself.
I don't think we've met, and I don't think we need to. And I hear the Imperials have spies everywhere, so why would I admit to being someone they want to kill? That said, I know one thing Imperial spies wouldn't do: arm their enemies. Across the way is a guarded warehouse. If someone took weapons from there, it'd be a blow against the 7th Legion. And I hear the stable hand knows the people who need such weapons. Someone who did that, I could trust.
Spread out!
Did you meet the new commander?
What do you want? Can't you see I'm doing my work? Or are you harassing me because I don't... Why would I want those weapons? I'm no friend to the Resistance, or to the Imperials. I just want to work in peace. Is that so? Let me fix them for you then. There. No one will suspect you carrying sacks smelling of the stables. Ones who need these wait in and near the town square. If you're caught, we've never spoken. I name no names, but seek the poor near the town square. Ask if they've seen a cat with red fur, and there will be your answer.
What do you want from me? I have nothing more. Nothing. No home. Red fur, you say? Yes. Running across the rooftops in the sunset. A hunter and protector, long missing from home. Have you heard tidings of our lost friend, or do you bring some? I will guard this with my life. Though I wish our mutual friend would return. This will prove quite...
These old eyes see you. Come, come. You did not see me, did you? No one sees the poor, the sick, the oppressed. You help these people of Holland's Stand, but for what? You put yourself in harm's way, but why? One of the destitute, no more. I have nothing except my eyes and ears, and I see Yara wants to trust you, but she cannot. Not until now. She will look for signs of treachery and find none. But even that will not be enough. Unimportant, but here is how she will. She waits by the tavern, as she was spying on you. Go to her, clasp her hands, and tell her that the Red Asp lives.
Ah, I was not expecting you. How did you... Never mind. What news have you? One of our allies passed with a peculiar bag from the stables. It's good to know you were the one to supply it. Well, then, I think it's best if we go our separate ways. Though you helped considerably, I can't take this risk again. What? How do you know this? The wind is truly at our backs. I've misjudged you. My apologies. We've been watching and waiting ever since the 7th Legion took our city. Now's the time to act. If you'll forgive my initial rudeness, I need your help. Let me share what we know. The 7th Legion took the town under cover overnight. Some say a traitor opened the gates to their army. It's the only explanation, but we don't know who the traitor is. We have a lead, though. Not what, but whom. I've set up a meeting with someone who may know the identity of the traitor. I'd like you to talk to her. My contact's at the tavern, just as I requested. I'll return to the alchemist shop on the other side of town once you go to meet with her. Yes, I will wait for you there. Maybe Ufa has already gone there himself. Keep everyone.
Did Yara send you? She said to meet her here. It's more of a feeling. Call it intuition. It's better if you see it with your own eyes. Can you come with me to my home? It's best to continue our conversation in private. The Imperials may know your face by now. You can disguise yourself as one of them for the time being. They don't dare raise a hand against me, so I'll be all right. If you're ready. With a disguise, the soldiers won't give you a second glance, but the sentries will certainly stop you if they can. Thank you for your discretion. I'm rather concerned about what's going on in Holland's stand, but it's not a good idea to say so in public. You see, it's my husband. You misunderstand. My husband is Captain Dakir at Niemer of the City Guard. I think he betrayed us. I couldn't bear to ask him. To see the hurt in his eyes and the shame that must surely be there. But he's keeping something from me. And I fear the worst. Soon after the Imperials came, our daughter disappeared. And my husband speaks with the Imperials. Carries sealed messages back and forth. I don't know what to think. Search his office. It's upstairs. See what you can learn. I can't bear to look.
Dare you go through my things? What are you doing in my home? Did Quatrius send you? I've done everything he's asked. I won't suffer any more humiliation at his hands. Oh, Kisma, I wish I didn't have to keep such secrets from you. By Mara's heart, I don't know who betrayed us, but it was not me. I am little more than an Imperial lackey now, regardless. They have her, our daughter. The Imperials kidnapped her and hold her as a hostage. I debase myself before them for her safety, and I would do so again.
I've seen the girl. It's not too late. The couple despairs, but all is not lost. Nothing's without hope until the last breath. Let me tell you of their child. Come, come. The Imperial fool Quatrius believes he's invincible, and in a way, he is. If one were to raise a blade against him, his soldiers would surely cut down the child out of spite. But there are other ways to cow a man. Not how, but where. Go to the pavilion in the shadow of the palace. You are already armed. Armed with the knowledge that he is a coward. With that, you must defeat him.
Where is that halfwit?
I just want to see my mother and father again.
Away with you. Can't you see I'm busy? We're simply enjoying the fresh air. After all, who would want such a flower to wilt in a dungeon? Now be gone before I have my men remove you. What? It's complete nonsense. I see your point. Well, fine, fine. Run, girl, before I change my mind. Now the guards will be back any second now. Don't think.
Where's that halfwit?
Papa! Papa!
Come.
But that does not seem to stop me.
you're doing? You free. I am truly blessed to have such aid from a stranger. With no promise of reward, you saved my family. The Grandea's chains. The Imperials made me capture her and bring her to them. I fear they want to publicly execute her in order to cow the citizens. If anyone can save her, it would be you. 1,000 blessings.
Seems you've poked a hornet's nest. I hope whatever you did was worth it. They have the Grandea? That is troubling news. You've been busy then. But what news of the traitor? Do you know his identity?
You are mistaken, friend.
Master Ufa! You're truly alive!
Did I not send word with our friend here? I spoke to the captain after you left. He was more than willing to help, after the good turn you gave him. The traitor is well within our grasp. Don't you recognize the old beggar without his rags? I've been following you for quite a while. Even my own followers suspected nothing. Dakir and Kisma will never forget what you've done for them. You've been a great boon to the Resistance. Once we have the traitor in our hands, we'll have all the pieces we need to assault the 7th Legion. The captain's men know how to find him, but I don't know where these men are, or if they're still among the living. They won't work with me, but may consider you an ally. You must find them before the Imperials. Seek Aisha, Nasira, and Runid. Their peril is our opportunity. I'm sure they'd rather work with us than with the Imperials. Ask about, search houses, but above all, be discreet.
Mara's bosom is a dull one.
Not in this word, Vendas.
That's not a stew pot.
Probably only a matter of time before the Imperials anger everyone. I told my friend he could come with me, but he's too attached to this city. I suppose I understand that. I'm only here to visit my friend Runid. He invited me to see his hometown, but then these Imperials arrived and he told me I'd be safer somewhere else. Haven't met any other townspeople. Ah, then you'll probably find him still at his house, praying for the gods to intervene. He's a fool, but a good-hearted one. Down the street a bit. Although, that said, all these desert houses look alike to me.
You don't look like one of the 7th Legion. Why have you come? He's in hiding, the rat. He is named Maradem. You'll have to find a way to lure him out into the open if you wish to find him. I'm not sure where he is now. If I knew that, I'd be after him myself, wouldn't I?
What do you want with this old woman? Everybody knows Aisha caught the rat in the act. She was boasting about it in the town square right up until you...
Someone who knows what they want, yes? How... There are people all around us. Particular ones... This one cannot say. Not without some... convincing. Ah, you are a smart one. I can tell you many good townspeople remain inside their homes.
The death of Princess Lakana was so tragic.
I wondered if someone would find me before they finished me off. He's a womanizing piece of scum who'd sell his own mother to make a few coins. Ask at the tavern for Niha, his latest courtesan. She'll tell you where he is. I should have slit his throat when I had the chance. Well, he wasn't there when I last checked, but it's been several hours now. There's a tavern he's gone to before to meet his latest mistress. Check there.
Not my usual type, but business is slow. What can I do for you? Perhaps. Many know Maradem. Not many will admit to it. I've met him once or twice, but I don't know where he is now. Do you know what would happen to me if I betrayed Maradem? Or any of my contacts? No, I can't.
You have little choice, Niha.
Ufa, you're alive.
Niha will help, for the good of us all. But I understand her fear. We must be cautious on her watch. If anyone suspected her involvement, that would mean her end. We still need information from the wretch. Fortunately, I know of a simple way to extract it. Across the way lies the Mages Guild. Talk to a man named Razin. Ask him for his specialty. It's a potent sedative only he makes. I'll set a trap for Maradem with my dear Niha's help. Once you have the powder, take it to the Drowsy Owl Inn upon the hill and get the rest of the details from her. You can see your destination from here if you need to get your bearings.
Something I can help you with? I'm rather preoccupied, so make it quick. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just a simple apothecary, friend. The rogue. Sometimes I wish the Imperials did find him. Here's your powder. It'll paralyze in a matter of moments after being ingested. Take care you don't breathe it in.
Have you got everything you need? There's a bottle of wine in the alcove for you, though I've no idea what you'll do with it. I'll serve it to Moradem, and then you and Ufa can do what you must. But after that, I'll have... Wait here. I brought you refreshments, sir.
Niha! Always so good to me. Let's taste this fine concoction. A strange flavor. What kind of wine? Who are you? What have you done with Niha? What was in that wine? How dare you? Whoa. What's happening to me? Did you poison? She's in front of the palace. I have the key for the stocks, but they guard her exceptionally well. They'll execute her within the week. That's all I know. Now please, give me the antidote.
Bleating like a cut lamb, I see.
Ufa, I thought you were dead.
That was the intent. Get the key off his body and leave him.
Good. I'm free. Let the people know the time has come. Like the two watchtowers, we must rise up against the Imperials. Go! Light them!
What is it?
You're going to brave my wrath?
It's time. They ready themselves for battle. We will hold the palace while you take out the Imperial within. We must all... She's in no shape to fight. I can't imagine what torture she must have endured under the Imperial's reign. You are our symbol, friend. Our symbol of freedom. There's no time to waste. We must strike now, but the Imperials will have time to make preparations. Go inside and slay that Imperial Sedas Secundus like the dog she is. We don't know what kind of forces she has with her. We're counting on you.
I've heard a lot about you. Finally, we meet in person. Bold. I like that. It's unfortunate you've picked the wrong side. The Legion needs more soldiers with that kind of attitude. No matter. Holland's Stand will be our stronghold in the Covenant, and no upstart shall challenge that. Did you think I'd let anyone walk in here unchallenged? You are a fool, as are the rest of them. I'll enjoy watching you die.
I won't fail you again, Secundus.
Forfeit. I'll make you an example to these dogs. They must pay for what they've done to...
My patience is wearing thin.
You've done it. The 7th Legion will be our prey. The Imperials had no chance. We took them by storm, and without their leader, they had nowhere to turn. What few are left will fall easily. You were the linchpin. The Grand Heir will have something to say too, no doubt. Here she comes now.
Proud people of Holland stand. We have won the day. A stranger to our city was the spark. Let us never forget this, or those who fell in the fight. And here is the savior of my people, my city, and me. We are all in your debt, friend. We must rebuild. The Imperials tore apart our fine city, but we will rise from the sands. You have given us this chance. Forever will Holland stand remember your work and your sacrifices.
What is it?
Watch out for the Imperial archers.
Ah, King Emmerich said you might be coming. The Imperials are here. Did you know this? The king and his men are preparing for an attack even now. Though they are greatly outnumbered, I think it is good that you are here. Hurry along then. You will find the king just up the road. I am going to scale this wall and try to get more details on the Imperials' defenses. I will join you shortly.
Ha! Now, I was wondering when you'd wander up. I knew you wouldn't let me get all the glory. Of course, I wouldn't have wanted to take any action until you were with us regardless, but I like to pretend. Anyhow, how in oblivion are you? I feel strong. I'm ready to spill some Imperial blood. This will be remembered as the place where the Imperials made their last stand in Banquerai. Despite my advisor's concerns, I decided I had to be here and lead the charge myself. Ha! Are you trying to coddle me now too? I command you, put aside your concerns. This isn't even going to be a real contest. Each of my soldiers can take 10 of theirs, and you can take 100. So, can we get on with this? All right, everyone. This is it. No one is allowed to die until they've taken down at least a dozen enemies. Kill as many as you can. The only exception is the Major's General. She's mine, and mine alone.
Good speech, Emmerich. I can't believe you still fancy me after all these years. Let's get reacquainted then, shall we?
Overconfident as ever, I see. I'm not afraid of you, Septima.
To arms! Defend the king!
You will not! I think we need to spend some alone time, Emmerich. Come, let's find a quiet place. Zet's tears! What has befallen? Who has slain everyone? Where's the king? Oh, merciful Mara. Please say this isn't so. I knew the king should not have come. Why should he risk his life this way? What will we do now? Someone has to go after him. No, I mean, I have scouted out all this area from the ridges above. The Imperial encampment is just over the hill, and then this temple, the Hall of Heroes, it goes on forever. She might have taken the king anywhere in all that space. The encampment. There has been much activity there in recent days. The Imperials have been going in and out of the temple. I have even seen the Magus General herself. Perhaps if you search the encampment, you will find some evidence of her plan. You are a brave soul to go after the king on your own. I applaud your courage. I will go to Evermore to request additional support. Then I will return. May Ruptga and all the gods be with you until then. None, save that they are very well dug in. I would guess that they have been here for several weeks, making preparations for something significant. Most of the Imperial soldiers are in the encampment. I think there are Daedra in the temple itself. The Hall of Heroes? Oh, it is very, very old, and no one even uses it anymore.
Heroes today are entombed at Tuwaka's throne or Motalian necropolis. But long ago, this is where great heroes like Frundar Hunding and Makela Leki were buried. The Keeper said it should belong to the gods themselves, that mortals were never truly welcome here. Perhaps so. Legends always suggested it was a place where planes collide, where worthy Redguard souls came to make the journey to the far shores.
Halls of the gods or halls of the dead? Which is it? Is there a difference? Look, another live one. Oh, sorry. I should speak more quietly. Don't want to disturb the dead, or the Daedra crawling all over this place. I find them very distasteful. Not right for this place. Not right at all. Me? I'm the keeper of the hall. I am guardian of the gate between here and there, between this place and the next. The living don't belong here. I'm supposed to keep them out, but I seem to have failed at that. Yes, especially that cruel, twisted lady Septima Than, I believe she is called. She has broken all the rules. I told her as much, I did, but she would not listen. When she leaves, I do not think I will invite her to come back. She's in the Chamber of Passage, but it is a forbidden place. You must get special allowances to go there. This is the Heroes' Hall. You will have to convince them to let you pass. Oh, they're scattered all over this place, everywhere. Getting them to talk is the hard part. They're quiet types. Been dead for centuries. Frandar Hunding might listen. You'll just have to do some convincing. You have Tuaka's blessing, though. I hope Frandar lets you pass. I also hope he has more clarity than I do. I wonder why anyone would want to visit the Chamber of Passage, or even the far shores. Aren't there some shores you could visit a little closer to home? Do I live here? That is a strange choice of words. Yes, indeed. As I said, this place is not for the living. It is the dead who actually live here. I simply watch over the place. I go back and forth between here and there. If we knew that, then presumably we could force her to leave. That would save us all a lot of trouble, would it not? That would certainly be nice. It is not as far as it sounds, but you do have to die to get there. It is where mortal souls are supposed to go when they pass from this plane. Not also... I know you. Your spirit. But you belong in this place no more than the others. The invaders. Why do you come here? Why do you disturb my rest? Of all the places in this temple, you do not belong. It is there you belong the least. But I sense that where the others have come to violate the chamber's sanctity, you have come to restore it. I will give you my blessing, if you prove worthy. The invaders have taken my scrolls. 4 sacred writings from the Book of Circles. They describe the principles one must master in the various seasons of life. Recover the scrolls, place them on the appropriate pedestals, and earn my blessing. Have my blessing. Now you must seek my sun spirit. Speak to Divad.
I sense great determination in you, Living One. But very few of the living are foolish enough to trespass in these hallowed halls. Even fewer are foolish enough to seek entrance into the Chamber of Passage. This is your intention, though, is it not? And you have already achieved in life that which gave me great difficulty. My father's influence, though, was only one aspect of what guided my life's purpose. In truth, it was my mother's role, the sacrifice she made, that defined my destiny. When Emperor Hera's soldiers came to arrest me, they struck my mother and she was slain. It wasn't until that moment I embraced the way of the sword. To earn my blessing, light the braziers in the chamber above in the colors to honor her sacrifice. You'll find the braziers are already lit. You must simply cycle through the colors on each brazier to match the memory of my mother's final moments. It's getting the colors in the correct order that matters. Turn and observe the moment of my mother's sacrifice. Remember it as I do. Take it into your heart and light the fires of my memory. Thank you for honoring my mother's memory. You have my blessing. Now you must seek out Makela Leki.
It takes a brave soldier to enter the Chamber of Passage, but courage alone is not what defines a warrior. One has already breached the chamber without my blessing, but you come behind seeking just that, do you not? And by seeking our blessing, you show that you deserve such an honor. The one who breached the chamber, this Septima Tharn. She has strength, courage, and even wisdom, but she lacks an essential quality of a true Onse. The answer is the key to my blessing. You will find several impressive swords in this chamber. They are only symbols of ideals. But bring me the blade a true swordsinger would wield, and I will grant you entrance to the Chamber of Passage. You must think as Swordsinger would. Which blade would be most suitable for a warrior who has achieved mastery of his or her technique? Very well then. Which blade is it? Well done. A true Swordsinger would select the training sword because it is the swordsman, not the sword, that matters. You understand true humility. You have my blessing. You may enter the Chamber of Passage.
Heroes? Gods, Imperials, who's in charge here? You! You've earned the blessings of the heroes, but blessings will only get you through the door. Are you really ready for what lies on the other side? Something that no mortal has ever seen. Until that nasty woman went in there, of course. And who knows what she might have done to the place. I guess you'll be finding out soon enough, though. The real mystery is what's a woman like that wanting to do in a place like this? She has a prisoner. But the Chamber of Passage is not a place for holding someone. It's a place for sending someone on. To the far shores, of course. This is it. This is the path the souls of heroes take to move on to the afterlife, as some call it. Souls used to be flying through here all the time. Guess there just aren't as many heroes anymore. You think it's just an elaborate suicide plot? Afraid I don't share your optimism. But what is she doing in there? I'd say only the gods know. But I do.
Look, Emmerich, your savior has arrived! Or is that your executioner?
It's good that you're here, my friend. Though, I'm afraid I may be dying. You're a good friend, courageous and loyal, and all that. But you're a terrible liar. I just wish it wasn't that wench Septima that killed me. I suppose I must say goodbye, my friend. I'll see you on the other side. You're here too. Can you get us back? It's quite pleasant here, but I'm not ready to die yet. We can't let them win.
Hush now. Your death matters little. There are other kings. It's this one I wanted. The one who's been holding the Covenant together at every turn. The vestige from Cold Harbor. Didn't think I knew, did you? I did, and I knew I couldn't kill you. On Mundus. Here, though, you're severed from Cold Harbor. From your soul. Here you're stuck. Goodbye now.
Insolent necromancer! The Far Shores is no prison in which you can place your enemies! You dare to come here and then expect to live freely? I think not. You, though, are no less a fool. An honorable fool, but a fool nonetheless. Very well. I have an offer. Slay this wretched woman, and you and your liege can return to the Mundus.
I'll leave whenever I damn well please. But I'll enjoy teaching you both a lesson in power first.
Well, that was demoralizing, wasn't it?
Your death matters little, Emmerich.
I can't believe she said that. I don't know, though. Is it true? That's a relief, I suppose. There's some part of me that wants to stay here, but I'd have regrets for all eternity, wouldn't I? Since I'm in the fortunate position of having a choice.
Were it truly your time, I might invite you to remain here in the Far Shores. You have earned the right to be here. It is not your time, though, so you must go. Take your liege back, restore him, and then you must all leave the Hall of Heroes.
My cousin, my king, I'm sorry we failed you.
There I am, still dead. So do I just climb back in? There. Easier than I thought. That knife wound still smarts, but it's good to be alive. That was an experience I won't be forgetting anytime soon. I'd say that you went beyond the call of duty, but I think you went even beyond that. Of course, Septima was actually after you, wasn't she? I suppose so. Furthermore, I'm grateful now that Septima never returned my affections. Mara's mercy, that woman did not age well. She's irrelevant now, though, thanks to you. I suspect, however, that we can't afford to rest on our laurels just yet. Truthfully, I think a few days' rest are well-deserved on both our parts. Not at the seashore, mind you, but perhaps in Wayrest. Unfortunately, though, I am long overdue for an appointment. And as it happens, Vanus Galerion of the Mages Guild requests your assistance. Recent events have made it clear that Molag Bal has dark plans for our world. Vanus believes it is time to act. He seeks to take the battle to Cold Harbor. My agent Copper Doria is with him now at the Daggerfall Mages Guild. I need you to go there, act as my eyes and ears, and speak on my behalf. Will you do this?